Well, we've both been in the WeNeed.org group, and we were just talking about how difficult it is kind of sort of, I don't know, like innovating in social care. It's extremely difficult, and I think some of the discussions we had this morning were kind of, you know, showing that.
The name is the problem. It's got to go. I think if we're still talking about Vegsy this time tomorrow, we can count it out.
You can see the chaos that comes from a large team as either helpful or scary. I see it as helpful. I'm not scared of chaos.
Yeah, getting a diversity of people along to this type of stuff is the way it has to develop really going forward. I mean, I think it's really cool to have the kind of people we have here with their ideas, their enthusiasm, and their kind of like real social will. But longer term, as like SI Camp and other similar stuff develops, I think probably some thought needs to be put into just like what kind of people are open to this and are being encouraged to attend this.
We've helped a couple of the groups come up with new names, so Going Postal is now Post Post and Vegsy is now Own Grown.
Yeah.
And we're helping the Good Gym come up with some posters that they'll put in magazines or whatever they could use to advertise their website and stuff like that.
And we had two brilliant girls, I don't know their names, that will have to be added later, but two writers who were brilliant, came up with a load of very good names. Going Postal was the working name for this. We needed something that explained that this is a junk mail. This is a service where you can stop getting junk mail, basically. So Post is the most genius name.
We got started this afternoon, this morning with Post. We were all set up and so on, and we made a decision very early on to use a version control system, which just means that we've got a great sort of audit trail on the code of who's made what changes and so on. So we just got started on that and checked all of our code into the server it was going to be running on, and at that moment the server, which had been running absolutely fine for 6 months without ever having to be restarted or anything, the entire data center that it's hosted in got hit by a massive amount of traffic from some malicious people, we'll assume. It's what's called a denial of service attack, where you just fill somebody's internet pipe and there can be no services that run over it. So we're at this point where we've checked all of our code into the version control system for revision 0, as it's called. We've all got rid of our local copies because the local copy can't be integrated in. We're ready to check out the first version, and the server's died for an hour, and I have to go and sit in a chat room full of really angry little people who think it's funny and think it's okay and have little jokes, and it was really quite stressful for about an hour. So we had a little moment of tension up in the Post office, but it went fine, and now we're back on track, I think. Yeah.
There are certain kinds of vegetables that do help with hair growth. So I've just moved into a housing co-op on the corner, and it's full of hippies. And they, you might have noticed that many hippies have very long beards. And it's because of, well, there are certain varieties of potatoes, I can't quite reveal it yet, that have been growing and well known to the hippie communities for a long time. That means if I need a beard, all I gotta do is like eat a few potatoes, and the next morning, it's really is good. And I'd recommend that, you do support the Vegsy project, because the more people have beards, the less the cost of energy use in winter, because you don't have to heat your house so much.
The development team have basically brought the thunder. They've done really well. We're really happy with what we have.
That's why we're working late, because we don't think we are doing very well.
What?
Sorry, we didn't talk about that.
No, it's been good. We're still in high spirits, and we've had some really good feedback from people coming in. Journey sitting on that red chair right over there. That's like the mastermind chair.
It looks really good from that chair. So if your cameraman sits down in that chair,
yeah,
everything changes. We all look like geniuses.
Really?
Yeah. Look at it now from this angle.
See? Look more productive we get.
Suddenly we look like.
The team's in meltdown, man. Can you not see this? We're reassessing. We were,
There's a reason we've been locked in the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. Can't
eat. Ethically, healthily, unfortunately.
Can you just explain? So we're just trying to get a idea.
No, go away.
We've got 40 minutes left to actually have it before we have our cut-off point, and we're
We might make it, but we're really pushing hard to actually get to it. But feeling the pressure, basically.
We'll be seeing a live demo of a nearly finished site. We're hoping to be at that point by then. So
we've got a nav bar, yeah, but it's got no content in it yet. Yeah, so we need to have home plus about plus whatever else you feel that we're going to need.
Carrots.
We knew you'd be coming at some point. We knew it.
It's really cold in here.
What are you doing? Is this a splinter group in the stairs?
No, we're doing a storyboard. We're really interested in user service and
we
some.
Found our little corner. This is our little environment.
How long have you been in for?
A day and a half.
Day and a half, yes. It's very cold here.
We're just planning the presentation for later today, looking at the different points we want to make, the messages we want to get across, how we're going to do it, the questions that people might be asking, the difficult questions, do we have answers for them?
What we did first was we wanted to look at our user groups, so we thought about the people, the runners, who are they, what are they like, would they enjoy doing this sort of thing, so we went out to try and find some. Okay, so this is Alice anyway, she's running along the canal, meeting all these different runners. Here we go, there's some new ones here, she's explaining the whole project to them. Here we go, it's a very nice project, would you like to get involved? Well, maybe, sounds good. Actually, it sounds very nice. Maybe you would like to start committing to this project. So then we got a form that says, I promise to commit to the Good Gym for at least one run a week for 3 months.
Also, it's not the most sustainable practice on the planet as well. We know that we've got 16 billion items of junk mail sent in the UK alone. This is 550,000 tonnes of waste paper in the UK alone. These are kind of crazy stats here, and this is before you even think about the amount of paper or carbon embedded in this process. And finally, it just gets on your nerves. Quick show of hands, who's received junk mail which isn't really for you or isn't relevant to you? Show of hands.
It's been a long 24 hours, and I think a lot of people are just like waiting to hear who's won.
It's very well organised, very good food, it's delicious, so it's worth it just for that.
In second place was Useful Visitors, so come on up.
We're going forward with the idea. I think that's the only way we can go. I guess right now it's first digesting this. I think one of the things for me from SI Camp, it's giving me a confidence boost that this can actually work. And so the idea is, how do I build a team and how do we raise startup cash to actually go ahead and do this? So yeah, so that's the next steps.
And the winners of Social Innovation Camp 2 are the Good Gym. Come on up!
Oh, it's been amazing, yeah. I can't believe how much you can get done in a very short space of time when you get a deadline and a load of people with different talents together, so it was really cool.
Just keep doing this, it's really fun, and I absolutely love SciCamp. I love doing this.
It's a good way of actually helping people with good concept to moving forward to the next level. And yeah, it's something that should continue to be there, and yeah, I'd love to be involved again.